Hey guys, welcome back to the video. So today we have war number 1 of season 24. So Stubborn is now gone, so we're going to be seeing Protect and possibly Regenerator a lot, but Protect is going to be much more common. So for this war, I decided to bring in Ghost, Quake, and Wasp. I don't have very many fights this war, but as you're going to see, that is going to be a very good thing. I do decide to boost for this Sorcerer Supreme. I was most worried about this fight, actually. I wanted to use Quake on a mini-boss that I have later, and I thought I could ghost in other fights. But this Sorcerer Supreme is not Quakeable because she has passive power gain, and she's not ghostable because if she throws a special attack with her Fury phase, she armor breaks you, and it is a very, very long armor break. So I decided to use Wasp, but I just had to land my first intercept, and then the fight's pretty much over. Because she will be unblockable while she has a regeneration buff. So that is the important part. A lot of these defenders, I feel like people don't understand that it can't be a passive. So she is not unblockable during this regeneration passive. So it's not a problem at all. And now she activates another special attack, and I do get clipped by it. I don't know exactly what happened, and I was just nervous here because I'm not very good at dodging her SP1, and she did have the Arc Overload regen buff on, so she was actually unblockable there, and I didn't really know what to do, so I just kind of backed off. And I did start the fight. It was fine. The only fight I was going to use Wasp on, so it wasn't a problem at all. Next up, we have this Heimdall, and I thought I could ghost him. Which you can ghost him, but I would say you can only ghost him if you actually read his abilities, unlike what I did. So, as you guys are going to see in this little clip, when I was recording this, I do now, but I didn't actually know how Heimdall auto-blocked, and I also didn't know it would trigger parry. So now I know when he has a True Strike buff, he has a 25% chance to auto-block you, which I didn't know. And I got very unlucky with that 25% chance, as you guys are going to see. So we're just going to be ghosting normally. There's really nothing bad happening here. And I believe he is going to be throwing the SP1 here. Maybe. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to go in, and I got auto-blocked. And I was really confused here. So I decided to just go for a big SP2. And protection does trigger. All I have to do is land a few intercepts, though. I got the timing wrong there. So I was thinking he's going to auto-block, so I went for a heavy attack, and that actually was the play there. That was a very smart move on my part. But I've been auto-blocked once already, and I did lose a little bit of health. It wasn't that much, and here I just went in for an attack, and I got auto-blocked again. And I got comboed, and at this point I was just trying to finish up the fight. And that was me, not you. Apologies. But we're just going to continue on. I didn't really know what to do about that. And moving on to section 2, we have one fight, and it is a Hyperion. Sadly, I do not have any audio for this. Apologies. But I did not think this Hyperion would be hard. I was incorrect. I'm going to say that in advance. So Hyperion is Protect, and I should have boosted for this. I should have thrown on Invulnerability, and I should use the extra health potion. I just didn't think this was going to be a difficult fight at all. But with class disadvantage and him having Protect, it is so annoying. So I'm doing very good here. I'm playing it all right. I'm not activating buffs. I did get clipped there, sadly, and I'm going to go for heavy attack. And this was a mistake because I got a Fury, and it made him regen, I believe, around 25% of his max health. Because this does have buffet, and I have my dexterity buff ended, and I'm right back where I started. And now protection's going to trigger, but I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. And here, he just isn't throwing it. And he literally, the second he gets to an SP3, of course he throws it. And I got him down 1%. 1%. And I die. So I didn't really know what to do, because you can't Quake Hyperion consistently, because if he does activate that power gain once, because you cannot shut off the timer because it's not on a fixed timer, you are pretty much dead. You really can't screw it up, and it's really RNG dependent. So I just decide Ghost is my only option. I really did not want to call him back up, but I go for the boost. I didn't really have another option here. So I decide to throw on a invulnerability boost. I do have 5 of them. So that is an invulnerability, sorry. And I believe I go for a 20%. So I really did not want to lose this fight again. So I got him down 1%. So this round I got him get him down all 100. And right off the bat I mess up and he's back up to completely full. So I'm going to be very careful in baiting out these specials. But the good thing is I can tank 3 SP3s this fight. A whole 3. So that will be very nice. And here he is not cooperating because of course he isn't. And now he throws it once I heal him back up to full. And how you play Hyperion with Ghost, or Ghost Hyperion, he's back up to full again, is you have to do a lot of just kind of standing still while phased and to bait out the SP1. It's really hard to bait out the SP2 this way, which is why I made the mistake of consistently pushing him up to a SP2. So there I did get hit, I only once though, so I lost my I lost one of my invulnerabilities, so I can get hit 2 more times or tank 2 more SP3s. And this fight is going very slowly, and I was dumb enough for light attacks, and of course the one time I don't want to activate buffs, I activate buffs. So here, he actually doesn't throw the SP3 somehow. I don't know how that happened. But as you guys can see, I'm making no progress in this fight. It is going terribly, and I'm 1 minute and 20 seconds in. I was kind of panicking here because I'm starting to realize Ghost really was not a good option for this fight at all. And I'm kind of just deciding I can tank as many SP3s, or I can tank 2 SP3s. So if I don't bait, I was kind of thinking I could maybe out damage him before he gains, in theory, 6 bars of power. Which we're going to see what happens. So I'm just doing my dash back medium. I'm going to try and bait out specials. Luckily he does throw in there. And I'm just trying to bait these out, and I get cornered here. So I get out of the corner by throwing my SP3. And I am making a lot of progress here. He's down to about 60% now. And I can still tank 1 more SP3, which is very good news. So just going to try and bait it out, but I, once again, do not want to activate a buff because I'm going to lose so much progress. So I tank my last SP3 of the fight. So I cannot take another SP3 or I'm dead because I did get clipped earlier, which was super bad. But there's not that much to work with. I did get comboed there, don't really know what happened, but I'm just trying to basically not die at this point. So we're just going to be blocking those SP1s and then baiting out the next one, as you guys can see here. And we're just blocking. I'm just trying to get up to my SP3 so I don't have to throw my SP2 and trigger protect a bunch. But I also don't want to push him up to that much power. So here I'm kind of panicking because he's just not throwing it. So I just sent it. I had to get this guy down. If he throws that SP3, I'm dead. And I also can't activate a buff because then he'd heal like 20%. But I got him down to 4% here, and he throws the SP3. So my first war of season 24, I die 2 times. So for how bad of a matchup that was, I didn't even realize it was going to be that bad. I almost pulled through, but sadly I did not. So I just go into WASP. I literally like poke this guy and he dies. Yeah, 1 hit KO. I got my 1 attack bonus there, and I was super upset about that. But to make myself feel a little bit better, I was assigned this SpiderHam in Mini Boss Island. This guy has 100% improved power gain and special 2 bias. I don't think that this guy actually has power gain. Someone did go in and It doesn't seem like it went very well, but I was assigned it afterwards to quake him because I was originally intending to quake him, but then I don't know, something happened along the way. So I did boost here. I dueled this guy quite a bit, and it didn't go very well. I dueled him 4 times with a 4-star quake, a 6-star rank 3. I dueled with a 4-star quake, and I didn't beat him once. So I went in here with pretty low hopes. So I did boost because I could not die again this war. It would have been so bad. But somehow I got good at quaking this guy out of nowhere. My problem with him was occasionally his first and second light attack, if the spacing was wrong, would miss. It would like whiff. Like it didn't have enough actual range to trigger dexterity or evade on Quake, and it was super annoying. But I kind of just got in a rhythm with this guy, and he didn't whiff like any attacks for some reason, so it just went really, really well. And this was not a hard fight at all. But one thing to note about SpiderHam, if any of you guys want to quake him, he has very slow yet fast animations, if that makes sense. So his animations, his full combo is a lot slower than most champions I fought. I would compare him to like Rhino or something. He has very slow combos, but the hits are also slow. So what's weird about SpiderHam is you have to be very precise when quaking him because his hits are very spread out, but they are very fast. It's almost like Venom's hits where they're like really fast, but with the timing of like Rhino's. So it's super weird to quake him. But I did get him, and I died twice this war. I did not take the apocalypse. So we did win the war, even for all my mistakes, which felt great. We did 100%. The opponent did not fully clear, so we did win. But I felt so bad after this war. I was pretty much determined to not lose like this again. I just felt terrible. Pretty much the lesson I learned here was that just because you can ghost and quake everything doesn't mean you should. As you guys are going to see, I will learn that in the future. But yeah, I should have just brought Dr. Doom probably for that Hyperion. I didn't need to bring Ghost. I would have been way better off ghosting the using Dr. Doom against the Heimdall and the Hyperion, and I could have brought someone else in besides WASP for that Sorcerer Supreme. I was dumb, pretty much. I just made a very bad decision, and it did not pay off. So, thank you guys for watching. Catch you in the next video.